Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to VI Collaborative TV. I'm the host and founder, Crystal Melville. I'm a chaplain, spiritual advisor, and master coach. I'm also a retired nurse and a birth and labor doula. I am here to address the topic of caring for the elderly. So this topic is very sensitive to me because my foster mom was 50 years my senior. So at an early age, I was faced with the task of caring for her as she aged. So while at the time it didn't always feel good, because I was worried of losing her and also felt the stress of it, I was able to still garner many skills and also learn to have patience and understanding. And I believe that caring for her really motivated me to become a nurse. So some of the things that I encountered was learning ways to help her to stay active. I used to tell her, take morning walks or early evening walks, or really get involved with other, elders in the community. In Frederickstead at the Ingeborg Nesbitt Clinic, they had a program there. I don't know if they still do. I would hope they do, but there was programs where the elderly go out together, and different activities. I'm sure they still have these programs today. I don't know how vibrant they are, but I hope that these are things that we can rehash and also really put more emphasis on that. The elderly are also very instrumental in the formation of these communities. So these are people that we can go to for wisdom and for knowledge. So if you have free time, you can stop by the senior centers or even visit someone in the nursing home, and you'll be surprised what you can learn. What you can learn not only from them but about yourself. Some of the ways that I learned to care for my mom was also getting support. It wasn't as easy, but when I did get support, or I actually had to enroll her in a program where someone would come out to the house and help with activities of daily living. It's very important to seek help, so you won't be overwhelmed as a caregiver, and you would be more instrumental in their care by providing them your all, by giving them your full attention and giving them the temperament that they deserve. Because, if you're overwhelmed, just think of it. You're going to be stressed. You may not. And, they feel your vibe. They're like children. So they feel your vibe and they know you. And some of these things help them to even grieve more because they feel like they're now a burden to you. So it's very good and very important that the caregiver takes care of themselves. This is first and foremost. And like I said, I'm a retired nurse, so I'm all about prevention, intervention, but really about prevention. So one of the things, even now, I'm middle-aged, so we really have to take better care of ourselves even before we become an elderly person in our community. And that's by getting enough sleep, managing stress, eating a good, well-balanced diet, exercising, and really how we manage our homes. That's a big thing, and that's a number one stress for parents. Imagine this person that's now elderly, they were young ones, and they had to raise children or mentor, a younger person, and that's not always easy. So it's all about prioritizing time management, managing stress, at each stage of life. These things catch up to us as we get older. So the earlier that we learn to do all of these things, it will be an easier transition as we age. And like I said, it's really having a community that comes together to support one another during this time. It's so important. So we need to resurrect this village, that was more prevalent. As Virgin Islanders, we take care of our own, unless there's issues where, the families don't get along, or there's not enough help in a family, because some families have one child, and that child gets married, has children, they have to work. You may have to put your loved one in a home, an assisted living, then a nursing home. These are very, very hard decisions to make, but sometimes you do have to make them, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. At least you care. At least you're not leaving them at home unattended. So don't feel guilty about putting your loved one in a nursing home. I know it's hard, but I think it's a decision that no one wants to make. But if you have to, that's why they're there. And of course, do your homework, do your research, choose the best one. Visit as often as you can. If you can visit during the week, make an appointment to visit on the weekends. Stay on top of their health care. Stay on top of the nursing staff. Let them see you there. When that happens, then, it's sad to say, but it will motivate them to take better care of your loved one than just leaving them there and no one sees you, and then they think, okay, they can do whatever they want to do. So staying with the doctors, managing the health care, like I said, the number of medication, because sometimes they're on too much, and still encouraging them during the transition. That is so important. So taking care of the elderly isn't as hard as we think, because it should begin earlier, and also you yourself, we're all going to get old one day, and leave this world. So it's very important that we realize the importance of health care and stress management, prioritizing, even how you parent your children. If you don't take care of your children the way that you should care for them, chances are they may not return the favor. So even effective parenting and parenting from empathy and love, these things come back to you. Something called karma, right? These things come back to you. So when we take care of ourselves, that we're better people, better parents, by the time we become elderly, chances are it shouldn't be as traumatic. And of course, we need to have a right relationship with God. That's so important at any stage in life, because that's the purpose. That's why we live. And especially as an elderly person, you're now faced with, okay, death is imminent, right? So what's going to happen to me after I die? What's going to happen to me during that transition? So when you have a relationship with God, the transition isn't as traumatic. As a matter of fact, as a believer, we will be experiencing that sweet sleep, that peaceful rest. We'll be resting with the Lord in His bosom, in Abraham's bosom. So it's important to have a sense of self, know who you are, know who you belong to, have a strong faith, and really have a strong family unit. Even if you don't have a family of your own, but you've adopted children, or you've cared for children, or you've mentored children, it is so important to have people around you that care for you and that understand you. That because when we get older, we tend to lose our sense of self. We tend to maybe be more forgetful. We tend to not communicate as effectively. So it's good to have people around you that know what you want to say, even though you don't say it, and also understand your needs, know your likes, your dislikes, and have really followed your journey every step of the way. And like I said in our intro video, the greatest thing you can do for the world is to become a better person, is to be good to you. So if you're good to yourself, chances are others will be good to you as well. Because, listen, we're supposed to set a standard of how people should treat us. So if you treat yourself bad, you're going to treat people bad. So when it's your turn to be cared for, people most likely won't treat you as good as you would like. So it's really about having self-love and loving others. Loving God first and loving others. So that's really my take on caring for the elderly. There's really not too much you can talk about because everything is really self-explanatory. There's so much information on the internet of different studies, so but it's really my personal experience with it and really what matters most. So I hope this was helpful. Again, please share this with someone. I hope it inspired you to take action before it's too late. I hope it inspires you to reach out more and communicate more with the elders in our community, to visit them, sing to them, make them feel happy. I remember as the nurse at the Herbert Greek home, around the Christmas time, I would sing to my patients. I would dance. They loved that. They smile. They would say like, yeah, that made me feel good, to put a smile on their face. That made me feel so good. So be active in the elder community, Let them, ask them about their lives. They'll be happy to tell you a long story. So make sure you have time to listen, because they were there before us. They knew about the history. They knew how everything got started. So we need to respect them. We need to honor them while they're still here, and train our children up that way. Teach them the value in honoring the elderly and the impact it can have on their lives. It's so important. These are priceless inspirations. So I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you're motivated. I hope that you have now have ideas and things that you can do to set yourself up for when that time comes. And like I said, please share this with your friends, your family. Like our page, the VI Collaborative. You can also find me as Higher Self Coach on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at my regular page, my regular friends page, Crystal E. Melville. So it's been such a pleasure and a blessing to speak to you on this topic, one that's so dear to my heart. And I will see you in the next teaching video. And please share your comments below. Tell me about your experience in caring for the elderly, any suggestions you may have. Tell me what's going on in the elder centers. And just let's talk about this topic. It's a very important one. And I'll see you in the next teaching video. Bye, friends.